Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Joe and welcome to a brand new video. Today, I've got something very special. Today, I'm going to be going back to the Steam Workshop and taking a look at some potential Scream Fortress 2019 items. Of course, we're in spooky season. You can tell because even my subtitles are purple. It's a spooky colour, it's a spooky season, and we're going to be taking a look at some of the items that the TF2 community has made, unusual effects, maps, etc. that I feel like could be added in the Scream Fortress update. And this time around, if I remember, I'll leave links to each one down in the description below if you want to vote for them. Yeah, man, so we're going to be taking a look at, as you can see, the cosmetics here. We've got unusual effects that we're going to be looking at, and we've got maps, and I'm going to do about 3 to 5 from each category. So first, we're going to be doing cosmetics, and yeah, so without further ado, let's get straight into it. So this first one is a pyro cosmetic called the Blockhead, and as you can see, it's heavily referenced to Minecraft. I don't know if this is too Halloween themed, but it's got the Halloween tag, so it must be. But essentially what it is the pyro's head built in like a wooden texture. As you can see, it's like a face replacement mask, things like the last breath, etc. So you can wear hats on top of it, and it's paintable as well because you can change the eye color. As you can see, it's white there, it's yellow there, and it's lime there. There's 3 different styles by the looks of it, so cubism, cursed, and constructed. And it's pretty cool. Obviously, if you're a Minecraft player or a Minecraft fan, you'd like this cosmetic a lot. Whether it's practically going to fit in a lot of loadouts or not, I'm not too sure. I think it does look quite cool there with the old Guadalajara on top of it, but it's a really obscure cosmetic, and I don't know if it will make it into the game purely for the fact that, you know, it's so heavily referencing Minecraft that I don't know if Valve will get away with it. But either way, a really unique design, especially if you're into Minecraft as well. I can see a lot of people picking this one up. So this next one is the Paper Pardoner for the Engineer. And I can imagine this one being more of a Halloween cosmetic in the sense that not necessarily in a Halloween like Scream Fortress case, but more so in a haunted quality, because I can't imagine this not being Halloween restricted. It essentially puts a paper bag over the engineer's head, but then has the goggles going around it, which I think is a really nice touch. Obviously, there is already this paper bag cosmetic, so it's just nice to have a little play on that with the goggles. Once again, paintable in the sense that, once again, the eyes are painted. This is really nice. I really like the touch of the goggles over the paper bag as well. And I think this would be a fantastic Halloween cosmetic. So up next, the third out of 4 we're going to be looking at is the Bushman Cover Up style for the sniper. As you can see, it is quite literally like a ghillie suit taken to the extreme. It essentially covers your sniper in leaves, both the arms and the face. I think the arms may be a separate cosmetic. I just think this is really cool, and as you can see in this picture, it's paintable as well, and it's a head replacement cosmetic, meaning you can put a pink cosmetic around it and paint it pink for the ultimate pink looking loadout. I really do like this though. I think it's fantastic. It suits the sniper theme of being very ghillie and camouflaged perfectly. This is just really nice, and I can definitely imagine this being added. I think it perfectly summarizes the kind of silly art style that TF2 is all about, and at the same time it looks really cool. Once again, the glasses over the top as well, really nice touch. I'm personally going to vote for that. I think that would be a fantastic addition to the game. And the final one we're going to be looking at is the future faceplate for the Pyro. This essentially replaces the helmet region with a completely visor covered helmet. It reminds me of Zero from Borderlands, if you know that character. It's a very similar style of like the kind of completely covered helmet, or even a character from something like the Halo franchise. I could definitely imagine rocking something like this. It looks pretty cool though with different cosmetics. It's a very futuristic cosmetic, so perhaps not as Halloween as the other ones, but this is really nice in my opinion. It's fully paintable again. It paints the sort of toggles on the back and the sides of it. So that is just about it for the cosmetics. So if you want to check out other ones as well, you go into the Steam Workshop and just take a look. There's so many different ones. I wish I could cover them all, but this video would go on for hours if that was the case. So if you guys like this one, I'll do a part 2 where I take a look at more cosmetics. I've just seen the salad fingers, which is the rest of the sniper set. So yeah, so let's get on to the next category, which is going to be unusual effects. So there's going to be a lot of unusual effects to pick from here, especially with the unusual event that I spoke about recently. There's a lot of different things to talk about, so I'm just going to pick out a few of my personal favorites. Once again, I'm going to open up a few of the ones that I think are fantastic, and yeah. So this first one is called Twisted Radiance, and it's available in 3 colorways. It's this kind of, it kind of reminds me of the old Eldritch effects from a few years back. It's a really cool sort of like, I'd almost describe it as a kind of flame, but it looks magical, like, and it's got this big aura around it of the same color scheme. I really do like this. This is my favorite color. The kind of blue and the purple go fantastically together. Then we've got this. It's almost like like a purple and a dark purple. It reminds me of like the Galactic Gateway and those type of effects. And then we've got the green as well. Just this is an effect I could 100% see in the game. This would be a very high tier effect in my opinion, up there with sort of, as I said earlier, Galactic Gateway, Dark Doorway and Eldritch Opening. I could very much imagine that. This is definitely an effect that I think will make it into the game. You know, if Valve do add more unusual effects in this Scream Fortress, this has got to be one of them, man, 100%. It's so TF2, you know, it's such a TF2 raw unusual effect that I could definitely imagine them adding. Up next, we've got Supernova, available in 2 colorways. We've got a purple and a red, and there's actually a video preview to kind of see how it moves and stuff as well. So as you can see, you kind of get a big sun in the middle, and then this sort of like galaxy around the outside, and it kind of radiates off a little glow as you go on. It reminds me very much so of Neutron Star, but flipped up essentially. Neutron Star is obviously that way, this effect is that way. It's essentially a flipped up version of Neutron Star. I really like this though, man. I think the 2 colorways in it are fantastic. That dark red color isn't a color we see on effects very often. You know, we see oranges, we don't see like a dark red color often at all, so it's really nice to see that. Same with the dark purple as well. These are 2 colors I can definitely imagine making it into the game. Up next, we have Black Star or Black Hole, and I was talking about Neutron Star recently. This is essentially very similar to Neutron Star. You get a black hole kind of pulling in the orange clouds and the orange particles on the outside. It looks really, really nice in my opinion. It kind of pulsates in the middle as well. It does very heavily remind me of Neutron Star. You have one thing in the middle and like the clouds orbiting around it. It's very similar, but the orange and the black contrast each other so nicely. That kind of like eclipse in the middle looks fantastic. This is just such a nice effect, man. I think it would be a bit lower tier than the effect I was talking about previously because it's not as flashy, but the colours on it are fantastic. I'd love to see this added. And the last effect we're going to be taking a look at is Outrun Sunset, and this is like the epitome of like a vaporwave effect. It's really nice. So essentially you get this like moon or a sun with clouds and stars falling down below it, and it's available in 2 colors. I do prefer the blue colorway, however I know this is the more colorway that people associate with sort of vaporwave. It looks really nice as well. As we can take a look at the video preview right now, it does look really nice in game. As you can see, the kind of foreground is slowly moving towards you and fading out, and then we have the stars kind of hovering down. It would be really nice in my opinion if the sort of clouds shifted through the moon as opposed to being completely static, but it is really nice. It's really sort of bright and eye-catching, which I think is the epitome of sort of higher tier or unusual effects. And finally, we're going to be taking a look at some maps. Of course, we're only doing 3 or 4 of each category, so it won't be too long. But if you want to see me do a part 2 where I go through a bit more and a bit in depth of some more effects and some more maps, etc., then definitely do let me know down below. So this next map is called Toon Town. The first map we're going to be talking about, actually, I don't know why I said next map, it's the first map we're going to be talking about, and it's called Toon Town. And as you can see, it's a King of the Hill map. I'm assuming this is the point in the middle. It's in this sort of tower with gargoyles posted up all around it. The architecture of this map is fantastic. It's sort of set in like a medieval town where it's all sort of made out of bricks and castles. I just think it's really nice. I kind of almost get like Game of Thrones vibes from this map, you know. I guess it is the castles and stuff. We've got statues, as we can see if we take a look of like these demon, almost gargoyle type things. It's a really nice design. The green flames are a fantastic touch around that control point in the middle. Really sort of elevate that Halloween vibe that this map is supposed to give off. The sky is really nice as well. We've got the green moon in the middle, which is fantastic around the control point, and the clouds all sort of spiraling in towards it. It's almost like a harvest moon color sort of moon. It's really nice. I really do enjoy this map a lot, and I'd love to see this added. I can imagine playing a lot of games of King of the Hill on this map. Up next, we have yet another King of the Hill map, this time being Laughter, and I think this is meant to be like an abandoned fun fest sort of map. As you can see, we've got a Ferris wheel, we've got a Helter Skelter, as you can see there, a slide sort of going down around the outside. And the whole sort of layout of the map is kind of meant to be like a fun fair, you know. We've got what looks to be almost like a ghost train, we've got a distorted hallway, there's a bunch of little stools and stuff as well. I just think this is a really cool map, and it reminds me of other Scream Fortress maps as well. It definitely does. There is the blue spawn as well. It looks really nice. once again, I can just definitely imagine this being added. You know, we've got a target shooting game, but as opposed to like being a bit of paper that you have to shoot, it's TF2 classes, which is a really cool touch. We've got a heart tunnel, which is really nice looking. We've even got a bumper cart area. I can just imagine loads of people going in with their bumper cart taunts and just having a blast. I think it would be really nice to see this added. There's a lot of nice details that would definitely sort of complete this, and here is a complete view of it. It's quite a large map. There's a lot of little sort of subsections of where you can go around the outside and little tunnels, etc. But yeah, definitely a map that I'd like to see added. And the final map we're going to be looking at is Mountain Mansion, and as you can see, it's sort of set in like a Halloween sort of haunted mansion. This is an MVM map though, nicely enough, which isn't really something we see submitted too frequently. I think we need MVM maps, and if we could have Halloween exclusive Man vs Machine, maybe where the rewards are different, so instead of a bot killer it's got like a zombie head on it or something, you know, just a Halloween exclusive MVM mode that's available for 1 or 2 months would be a fantastic move on Valve's behalf. And when there's maps like this being submitted, which I think are really nice as well, as you can see, this person has actually put in zombies as opposed to robots, which would be a fantastic idea. I definitely think this opens up a whole gateway of things that Valve can do with the Man vs Machine game mode around Scream Fortress time. But guys, that is just about it for this video. If you did enjoy, please do remember to leave a like and let me know your thoughts down below, along with which of these things you'd like to see added to the game most. I'm really excited for Scream Fortress. I really hope Valve don't flop on it this year. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and peace. Writing sonnets, keep it close to my heart like a locket, never dishonest. High up in the stars just like a comet. I get that profit, then I do the dash just like I'm Sonic.
I'm dashing out the blue so they can call me supersonic, but my eyes been super red cause we've been smoking super chronic. Got the flavors in the bag, you would think that I'm a florist, and I know that makes you mad, but